Hey guys, Tyler here. Welcome back to Strange Horticulture. I'm on a quest to uncover the secrets of this world. I've just been handed this card, which should give me directions on a map. I want to be north of Hawkshead, east of Lowick, west of Rusland, south of Crinkle Crags. So let's see how well I can find it. Oh, west of Rusland, so it's in column 17. South of Crinkle Crags, so it's in row E. So column 17, row E. What lays here? My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man standing at the edge of a field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fixate on nothing. A whisper of an expression as my gaze sweeps his face, only a whisper. He raises his arms, points. I follow his outstretched finger and am surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. And I've got 2 new plants. Alright, let's accept some customers then. Welcome, Wilbur. Ugh, I'm no green-eyed Dreyer, that's for sure. My mind isn't all what it used to be. It's the one that's supposed to help with mental decline. Lady of Summer. So it is a bulb that faces down with 2 little things sticking out of it. So this is one of them. Does this match though? It looks comparable. The other one I wanted to try was this one here. This has slightly different petals. Okay, bad news is I have no other options. Between the 2, I'm going to go with this one just because the individual petals are closer together, whereas on the other one, they don't overlap. So I hope that's right. Yes! There you go. Turns out your mind won't be in decline, as mine is not either. It's David again with a mail. They're saying the Arda has been killed. I know a lot of people don't trust that sisterhood, but it seemed to me the Arda always looked out for the less fortunate. Ah, possibly a letter from the sisterhood? The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I would advise against it, but if you are determined to explore Great Gable, be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve that can keep you warm should the weather turn against you. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Ah, this Brimlock mentions that those suffering from hypothermia can be rescued by a draught using leaves from the Brimlock plant as a warming effect that protects against the extreme cold. So maybe I could go to the Great Gable and bring some Brimlock with me. So here it is, 899 meter peak. Great Gable. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I'm still some distance from the summit. I'm freezing cold and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain. Unless the Brimlock has to be found. Brimlock produces small yellow flowers. Surely it's not this. Pale yellow flowers? The leaves don't look right. I wonder if it could be this. It says that the flowers are produced when the conditions are right. I don't expect it to be freezing in my shop. It doesn't mention tough, and my inspection says smooth, but it does share waxy. And I couldn't find any small yellow flowers among my, menagerie of plants. I think this is it. It better be right anyway. Oh, it was a leap of faith, but it worked out. I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and am presently rewarded with a plant. Hell yes. Love to see that. Oh wait, another guest. It's Norman. This plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Please, take it. I want nothing to do with it. Okay. The cursed mushroom. Who else arrives in my shop? It's Simone Green. Hellebore, always a pleasure, my feline friend. Oh, that's right, she wrote me the letter. I hope he hasn't been nibbling the plants again. I've a favor to ask. Owe me for the hours I spent digging out the information on those plants. I've been burning the midnight oil again and could use some common trouse, and I know where to find it. According to Grayson's Herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike. I'll come by the day after tomorrow to collect it. I have business in Sedberg in the meantime. Well, away to red pike I go. Surely there won't be much of an issue. Well, it's a mountain. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold. I enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the views majestic. I do not have to look hard to find what I'm after. Well, that is a relief. I've got that ready for you. Now, I should tag this. This one is the common trouse. Who else dare arrive to my shop? None other than Verona Green. When you work with the occult, I find it pays to uphold a certain image. If you're going to be accused of performing witchcraft anyway, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show every now and then. Let the punters know what I'm capable of, sort of thing. Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, and the little bugger called my bluff. Oh, don't we look at me like that. You know what little boys are like. Well, toads, apparently. I can assure you that he deserves to be turned into a toad. Anyway, I think a little display is needed to discourage this sort of behavior in future. Have you got any shimmer lung? This feels like this part of potion craft where someone comes by the shop and has like ill intent and you're supposed to turn them away. I feel as though I'm supposed to turn her away, but it also may not be possible. The dried stem of the shimmer lung burns very brightly and noisily, letting off a near blinding white-purple light. Flowers grow wrapped in large, rigid leaves. Ah, it's gotta be this. Yeah, look at these little flowers inside the petals. It's almost a perfect match. Let's give it. Right on. Oh, I get another book entry, of course. There's a lot of plants here. Next, Irving Harris. Sorry if I'm shouting, I'm a little hard of hearing. I'm looking for a plant that can supposedly help me hear better, but I've forgotten what it's called. I remember it's bright red though. Well, it's either the St. John's poppy, or actually, it probably is. It can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. Well, that is awfully convenient. I had the book open there. Lucky you. And it's bright red. That's the end of the day. I have the will to explore, but no point. All I have is this bulb. With that being said, I'll end the day. Oh, it's a chomped card with an X and a bottom left. Time passed, a year, and then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. I can see the moon cycle at the very bottom there, slowly shifting. What will happen? What is up with this map? X marks the spot. But how so? Well, maybe it's a coastline. Look at this. It's pointing right towards N7. That's gotta be it. The Black Comb. I see a pit full of skulls. Some deer, fox, badger, and some human. I wish I had not come. Did I line it up? It's N6. I followed it up to 7. Eat my nuts. I'm going to N6. Second time's the charm. I can't believe I missaw that. Because, yeah, the right idea. This is definitely it. The gentle sound of flowing water. The sunlight through scattered clouds. A reset. 2 plants. Maybe it'll reset my dread. That is an awfully lovely sight and calming. Sure to get rid of the dread from anybody? Nope. Okay, I guess I'm just playing on hard mode right now. Ah, Reuben, what have you? The fox button was no help, I'm afraid. The sisterhood still refused to speak openly with me. Not that I have the time to pursue it properly. I'm rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found up at the Swinside Stone Circle, and apparently it's a grisly one. Don't suppose you've got anything to help keep my lunch down. My stomach's never coped too well with the grisly ones. Let's just find the fennet. Chewing the tough root of this plant is said to ease gastric distress and reduce anxiety. It has long, soft leaves. Maybe this? Ah, the leaves are quite soft, and artistically they match. I will use it. Very nice. Witch Fig. That's exciting. Who's next? David again with more mail. More quests. This is my favorite part of the game. Verona Green handed me this for you. She seemed in a good mood. Nice. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Rusland. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seemed overly protective lately. Kind regards, Verona Green. Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Rusland. I have to go. So here's Rusland, and just northeast would be right here. So let's check it out. From the moment I step off the road, I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Suddenly, I find my way blocked by 3 women wearing green cloaks and holding short elm bows. Nobody may wander freely throughout the forest, by order of the Arda, says the leader of the trio. I turn to walk back, but then again, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Mellow glow, huh? I don't believe I've found it, but it's open. Ah, it can allow a person to pass unnoticed. Though not invisible, it is possible to become hidden from sight and memory. It has sharp thorns that protects it from predators. I don't suppose it's this. Look at these thorns. Oh, this also has sharp thorns. Now, these are way more pointy than the others, but look at it. The points don't even match at all here. I think it has to be this one. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Perfectly nailed it. With the help of the mellow glow, I walk right past the sisters without them paying me any heed. Chuckling to myself, I collect the plant that Verona talked about and take my leave. Hell yeah. What a beautiful plant that is. Looks like it has berries. Time for a customer. It's Fave Swift. I'm afraid. The camphor you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it. But the visions are as strong as ever. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. She screams at me, but I do not know why, and behind her, that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams feel like a warning that I don't understand, a mosaic of color that refuses to come into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down that abyss, but I'm afraid. And I gotta pick Arguria or Candlewood. Well, probably some anxiety-reducing one. This one strengthens the clarity of visions, which is probably not what I want. And Candlewood protects it against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Certainly, that's what we're looking for. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect. Maybe this? No, red flower. Long, thin stems grow among tall leaves. Long, thin stems. Ah, thin stems. They do seem long. I'm trying to see how the drawing can even resemble this plant. It would have to be from the top down, but even then I don't see that. And I see there are tall leaves. So I think this is my best shot. Here we go. Very nice. That's a Candlewood. Excellent. Oh boy. Bring on the next customer. This is tricky. Margaret Elsbeth. We don't come to Undermere often, but I heard about your shop and I said to Francis we must simply pay a visit. It's a wonderful breath of life in an otherwise dreary town. I'm the green-fingered one, and it's not really his cup of tea, but I persuaded him the trip would do him good. And besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake. Shame about this awful weather, though. You must come to Sizerg. We have a small library with some books on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. I'm sure they will be of interest to a horticulturist such as yourself. Ah. I'm cordially invited. Lord and Lady Elsbeth. Man, I love business cards. Philip Shaw. Mushroom. Red spores. Moves in the dark. That's all I got. Any ideas? Yeah, Wandering View. Oh, yep. That's definitely it. Easy peasy. Glad I remember that. Selena Scott. They are saying Black Comb is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all, but then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Either way, there's something evil in them hills, and I'm not taking any chances. awful what happened to that poor young man up at Swinside. I've come for some stinking mount cap. Well, just for the squirrel talker, I'll get you that. It's a type of fungus with domed caps. Has an unpleasant odor. Is thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the homes, and is often placed in doorways. It smells rotten, although I guess it looks like a wilting fungus. This looks pretty tall and proud. Smells strongly of soured milk. Oh, this is the smelliest fungi with domed caps. Must be it. Very well. On your way. And that is the end of the day. Why don't I go to Scissorg Castle to cap off my day? I'm curious what lies out here. I'm greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elsbeth herself. She is very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer as she takes me on a tour of the gardens. "Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you," she exclaims, pointing out a plant that I do not recognize. But before I can stop to take a look, she has already whisked me on to the next. "And this one too," she says. I'm quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library, and I don't have time to make as thorough of a study as I would like. Nevertheless, I am able to find an interesting entry that I wrote down. "Don't forget these," Lady Elsbeth cries as I make to leave. She thrusts the plants from the gardens into my hands, and I thank her warmly. Well, that is a hell of a bounty. Got a whole loot crate of plants, I swear. And the day? What lies beyond? She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east where the Everhart grows. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. It's a pretty dark story. Let's chase down this dead body. So the castle is northwest of the abbey, and then the burial is 3 miles to the east of the castle. So look for the abbey first. This appears to be the abbey, so this must be the castle. 3 miles east takes me right here. A dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, stands alone on the hillside. Off to one side, a patch of flowers grows on a low mound. Mine. I just take flowers from a gravesite, did I? I'm not a terrible person, I swear. I have a cat. That's not true. Most cat owners are terrible people. It's Fave Swift again. I must thank you. Last night, for the first time in weeks, my mind was calmed. I'm no longer tormented by visions of the woman in the jade mask and that terrible monster. Now I'm wondering if you have some worry list to keep my over-anxious thoughts at bay. I did get that recently. It's an aptly named plant. Inhaling the smell of the flowers is said to help ease symptoms of anxiety. Cream-colored flowers, they smell wonderful. The leaves look like they match. The flowers smell wonderful. This is easily my best candidate, and I don't see anything else that fits the bill. Here you are. Have a worry-free life. Live happy. Simone Green again. You're back. I met a strange man on the road to Sedberg not 2 days ago. Stranger still, he asked after you. He said he had something for you. Don't ask me what. So I told him where to find you, but he looked stricken when I mentioned Undermere. Said he doesn't come near towns at all if he can help it. He was headed west. At least I think he was. He said he was looking for the Winster Spring. I'll write this down for you. Anyways, that's my news. Did you manage to find the plant I wanted? I did. Here you are. And I got a note. Man wanted to meet you headed west from Sedberg, probably near to the source of the River Winster. Well, here is Sedberg. Where is the River Winster? Ah, here's the River Winster. So that would put me at right about here. It's near the source, It's a mile away and it's west of Sedberg. He's gotta be here. There's nothing! Are you serious? I could try the actual tile that's the source of the River Winster. I mean, it's technically west of Sedberg. Let's try it. Ah. The hermit's camp is easy to find, nestled between two boulders above the spring. The cool remains of a fire ringed by stones is the only immediate sign that anyone was here. I call out, but there is no reply. The hermit is not here. A more thorough search of the campsite yields something interesting. Tucked off to one side, I discover some broken pieces of wood arranged on the floor. Down 2, right 3. From his location, no doubt. Oh, and the will to explore continues. Down 2, right 3. On the River Gilpin. The camp at the Winster Spring has led me to another camp of sorts, where I'm greeted by an eccentric man. Oh, yes, yes. Ho, 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 the man says. You must take this. Take it, take it. At his insistence, I received the looking glass that he thrusts into my hand. He placed an envelope delicately on top. Ho, ho, it's no use to me anymore. Ho, ho, no use. Don't forget the red, the red, the red, the red. Ho, ho, Abney. I'm sure that he is quite mad. Hey, he seems quite happy, actually. Okay. A whole new tool to put next to my magnifying glass and a whole letter. This is getting interesting. It is said that the red Abney plant has the property of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. I've perfected a device designed to use extract from the plant in concert with a viewing window in order to permit the user to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked eye. Is concert a place? After a quick scan, no, but I may have missed it. Well, this will be interesting to figure out. Why don't I take on another customer? In the meantime, Conrad. I am not long for this world, and I've decided that I want to be buried in a grave decorated with the rare and beautiful cabelia, like a Dreher huntsman with their drathinium-covered tombs. One grave flower coming right up is believed to help the dead find peace in the afterlife. Those who can afford it place wreaths made from it at the graves of their loved ones. They always contained 6 petals. Finding a 7-petaled flower isn't considered to bring good fortune. Oh, this is surely it. Yeah, 6 petals and a bunch of these little sensor things. Yeah, that's spot on. Enjoy. Unknown, a masked customer. Your reputation is growing, horticulturist. I hear you are the person to come to for plants that are difficult to acquire. My head feels like it is being torn in two lately. I'm looking for some hop heart. Well, I thought you were going to do some terrible deeds. It seems that you just like wearing masks. Inhaling smoke from burning the dried leaves of this plant can provide pain relief. Firm leaves grow up the stems, leading to blue flowers. Oh, these are blue flowers. He looked purple. Stiff leaves. Stiff and firm are pretty identical. Yeah, I see how this flower matches this. It's like a side view that you can kind of see into. That works out. Very well. Another one down. More customers. This is Verona. Reuben Ward has called on my unique expertise to aid in his investigation at the Swinside Stone Circle. That's right, the murder. Unique expertise. Ha! He knows how to flatter an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a good long thought, actually, but my curiosity has got the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me, and I'll bet they've found something juicy down there. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe. I could do with some witch fig to take with me. Always comes in useful. This is a plant that has many uses, including easing the symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting the presence of certain compounds. It is also well liked by butterflies. It has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, which is often confused with. And I don't know what it's showing me there. It looks like testes. I could read up on the fever kiss to maybe get another description. Similar leaves to this? Well, similar leaves to the red berries. So these are the small red berries and somewhat pale leaves. So the one I'm looking for is similar to the fever kiss. Oh, I could see it being this one. Similar leaves. For my check, nothing else has even come close in leaves. I also like how the flowers are pretty circular, as well as the drawing. It seems like it may work. Crossing my fingers. That wasn't witch fig. I need to be more careful next time. This also has similar leaves to the fever kiss, but totally different berries. There is absolutely nothing that matches this drawing. So if it ends up being this one, this is just the most useless drawing in the history of drawings. I'll take a stab at it. Okay, what a terrible and pointless drawing. Whoever drew that should be ashamed. It gave me extra dread that I didn't need. Hello, Isidore. I never see anybody in your shop. It's a daily surprise to me that you're still in business. Believe me, I wouldn't be in here if I didn't have to be, especially with that damn cat still here. I need some Bishop's parasol for a work-related matter. Alright, treatment for stomach pains. I think the first time he was here, he had stomach pains. Very work-related, huh? Oh, they seep a milky fluid. That reminds me of this one. White liquid can be seen oozing from its underside. That fits the bill. And I don't remember any other mushroom being like that. I'll just give it to him. I'd be shocked if that's not it. Get out of my sight. And another day down. Another day that I'm not quite sure what to make of this. Or even what the purpose of the tool is. Hopefully you find out soon. What lies on the card? Not long after the girl left home. Her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. We're at the half moon now, and I'll read this the next day.